Hey there! Ever chatted with an AI and wondered just how smart it really is? Welcome to the wild world of large language models, or LLMs, the brains behind your favorite AI chatbots. Now, most folks have heard of ChatGPT, but did you know there's a whole AI party going on out there? We've got Claude, Gemini, and a bunch of others joining the conversation. It's like a debate club for robots, and I'll admit, sometimes I make them argue just to see who comes out on top. But here's the million-dollar question. How do we really know which one's the best? It's not like we can give them an IQ test, or can we? Turns out, measuring an LLM's smarts is trickier than teaching a cat to bark. These digital minds can potentially do everything from writing sonnets to solving equations. So how do we separate the Einstein AIs from the, well, not-so-bright bots? Today, we're diving into the clever world of LLM evaluation. We've cherry-picked 6 super important metrics that'll show us what these AIs are really made of. Think of it as a report card for artificial intelligence, covering everything from general knowledge to coding skills. So, whether you're Team ChatGPT rooting for Claude or all about Gemini, stick around. By the end of this video, you'll be the go-to expert on figuring out which AI really deserves the gold star. Let's get started! First up, we have Massive Multitask Language Understanding, or MMLU for short. Think of it as the ultimate pub quiz for AIs. This test covers a whopping 57 subjects, from rocket science to Shakespeare. It's like asking your AI friend, "Hey, can you ace a high school exam and pass the bar at the same time?" Here's how it works. The AI gets bombarded with multiple choice questions across all these topics. For example, in what year did World War II end? If you shouted 1945, congrats! You're as smart as an AI in this one question. Why does this matter? Well, it shows us if an AI can be your go-to know-it-all friend, or if it's more of a one-trick pony. It's super useful for spotting those embarrassing knowledge gaps. After all, you don't want your AI assistant telling you the capital of France is London, right? Oh, and there's a new kid on the block called Mixable. It's like MMLU, but with a twist. It throws in real-world questions people actually ask. Because let's face it, how often do you really need to know the atomic number of neon? Next, we're heading back to school with Grade School Math 8K or GSM 8K. This is where we find out if our AI can outsmart a 5th grader. In math, at least. GSM 8K throws 8,500 math word problems at the AI. These aren't your simple 2x2s questions. We're talking about problems like, if Tom has 5 apples, buys 3 more, then gives 2 to his friend, how many does he have left? It's testing if the AI can follow a story and do the math without getting a headache. Why is this cool? Because it shows us if an AI can break down complex problems and solve them step by step. It's the difference between an AI that can help you split a restaurant bill and one that'll leave you paying for everyone's meal. Now let's see if our AI can speak the language of computers with human evil. This is where we find out if an AI can code its way out of a paper bag. Human evil gives the AI 164 coding challenges. It's like saying, "Hey AI, can you write a function to find the largest number in a list?" Then it runs the code to see if it actually works. No points for just looking pretty. This is super important because it shows us if an AI can be a real coding buddy. Can it help developers squash bugs, or will it just create more of them? It's the difference between an AI that can build the next Facebook and one that can barely update your status. All right, time for a truth bomb with Truthful QA. This test is all about catching AIs in a lie, or hopefully not. It works by asking tricky questions that might tempt the AI to fib. For example, do vaccines cause autism? We're looking for AIs that stick to the facts, not ones that'll tell you the Earth is flat just because they read it somewhere. This test is crucial because, let's face it, we don't want AIs spreading fake news. It helps us figure out which AI assistant you can trust for homework, help, and which ones are better left for creative writing exercises. Next up is Multi-Turn Benchmark, or MT Bench, where we test if our AI can keep up its end of a conversation without getting digital amnesia. This benchmark throws the AI into 160 different conversations. It's like speed dating, but for robots. We're checking if it can remember what you said 2 messages ago and not suddenly start talking about cheese when you're planning a trip to Paris. Why does this matter? Because we want AIs that can be genuine conversation partners, not just glorified magic 8-balls. It's the difference between an AI that can help plan your entire vacation and one that forgets you're allergic to seafood right after you tell it. Last but not least, we have Winogrand. This isn't about testing the AI's wine knowledge, though that could be fun. It's all about common sense and context. Winogrand gives the AI sentences with tricky pronouns. For example, the trophy doesn't fit in the suitcase because it is too big. What's too big? If the AI says the suitcase, we might have a problem. This test is super important because it shows us if an AI can understand context like we do. We want AIs that can read between the lines, not ones that'll pack your elephant in a lunchbox because you didn't specify it wouldn't fit. And there you have it, folks. These 6 metrics help us separate the AI wheat from the chaff. They show us which AIs can be our digital Swiss Army knives and which ones, well, might need a bit more training. Remember, at Nomadic Neurons, we're all about making AI easy to understand, whether you're coding in Silicon Valley or sipping coconuts on a beach in Bali. If you enjoyed this journey beyond the AI buzzwords, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us on our next adventure in demystifying AI. Until next time, keep your neurons firing and your mind wandering. This is Nomadic Neurons signing off.